More than 150,000 people are without power across North Carolina. Strong winds are knocking out power right now. Duke Energy has crews out working to restore everything and to break down the impacts of these strong winds on our power systems. We're joined live now by Duke Energy's Jeff Brooks. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us. We know you guys are super busy right now. This morning we had wind speeds in the upwards of 40 miles per hour. How does this type of wind gust lead to power outages?
Well, this is a sort of a perfect combination, if you will. We had very heavy rains yesterday that saturated the ground, followed by these 30, 40 plus mile per hour gusts. So we've seen a lot of downed trees, damage to power lines, broken poles, and it's not concentrated in any one area. It's really scattered across the whole region, which makes it even more challenging as we work to restore power.
Sure. And walk us through what you guys do to, in fact, restore that power.
Well, there's about 200,000 customers, now without power across North and South Carolina. So what we've been doing today is getting out and doing whatever restorations we can while the winds were higher than 30 miles per hour. That's kind of the threshold where we can put our bucket trucks in the air. And so, we do what we can, but it's certainly been challenging. We're trying to prioritize getting essential services back up, getting as many customers as we can on with every power restoration. But as you can imagine, there's thousands of locations across the region that have to be repaired, and that's going to take several hours with each repair. So this is a pretty involved process.
Yeah, and how are the winds impacting the work that's being done right now?
Well, we've had a tough time throughout the day because those gusts have been very strong. They've limited our ability to put our buckets up in the air, but we're starting to see in some parts of the state the winds beginning to subside, and so we're making progress. Definitely in western North Carolina, we expect the same conditions as the day progresses here. That'll allow us to get ahead, but there's a lot of work to be done, so this is going to take some time, and we just ask our customers to be patient, and if they need to make preparations while we do these repairs, we certainly encourage that.
Absolutely. And really quickly, do you expect these outages to grow across the state as the day goes on? I know you mentioned that you are seeing the winds start to subside a little bit, which is some good news.
Yeah, we're going to see a few more hours of potential outages as those winds kind of linger. But as they diminish, we're going to see that tail off. And we're already starting to kind of make progress against the outages. I'm looking at the outage numbers in the western part of the state. So we expect to see that same scenario happen in eastern North Carolina over the next 2 to 3 hours as those winds start to begin to push out of the area.
And did Duke stage for this like they often do? How did they staff up for this one compared to other events?
Well, this is all hands on deck. We all had holiday plans just like everybody else, but those we know we get put aside. Our first priority is our customers. Because this was a statewide event, we couldn't shift employees to one location. So what we're doing is looking at areas where we've had the hardest hit, and then we'll begin shifting resources to assist in those areas in the hours ahead.
Jeff Brooks with Duke Energy, thank you for joining us, and thank you for everything that you do for us.
Of course. Thank you.